Happy Wednesday, everybody. I am so glad you've decided to join with me today for a little bit of a devotional time and just a quick message and some announcements from the Community Church of Mount Pleasant. It's a beautiful day here in Mount Pleasant. The sun's shining, and we're almost ready to get into September, all the burr months. September, October, November, December. So the seasons are going to start changing a little bit, and still warm this week, but it's starting to get really nice outside. Football weather and just lots of fun things coming up. So let me just catch you up on a few things. Last week was another great week at CCMP. We had our great Saturday with our men's prayer breakfast and got a good turnout. And great service Sunday morning. Our children's ministry spent some time with us, entertaining us, and got to see and hear a little bit about their report over their summer ministry. And then Sunday afternoon we had Discover CCMP. It was wonderful. Biggest group we've had yet. Had about 46 people there. Several new members for our church, and it was over at 73 in Main, and just had a great time Sunday afternoon. And then Sunday night, prayer and planning, pray and play, and our youth group met. And I know, boy, we have such a great time on Sunday nights here at our new facility here at the mill. Our kids go out and play in this big field, and of course, pray and play here in the classrooms and the youth group and Bible study, and just Sunday nights are a great time. And of course, we have a prayer time. I took the men over to the new worship building, and we got down on our knees and spent some time in prayer, asking the Lord to help us as we just move forward. So, great time. Now, this coming Sunday will be lesson 5 in our Ezra Nehemiah series. It's called Rise Up and Build. And I hope you can be here Sunday. I know it's Labor Day weekend, and kind of back to school time. We'll be actually honoring our teachers and students and have a little time of dedication of prayer for them as they start this new year. But excited about this Sunday. I hope if you don't have a place to be Sunday morning, you'll come and spend it with us here at the Mount Pleasant Elementary School at 10:30. Some neat things coming up. We are working on a little school supply drive here at our church, and so on Sunday mornings, the next 2 Sundays, you can bring school supplies. There's a list of teachers' needs, and you can get that here, and we're trying to help out our teachers and encourage them. Next Friday, September 5, we're feeding the band. It's their pregame meal before their home game on September 7th. We have a Night of Hope coming up. This is the time we partner with our missionary Farrell and the Hope Project down in Nicaragua, and we have really always have to look forward to this time during the year. We have leadership training on September 16th, which is called Ignite. Our next place weekend is in September, the 21st and 22nd. And so we just have a lot of neat things coming up. But today I just want to take you to Psalm chapter 37. I want to encourage you today. Can I do that? Can I be your encourager? Can I be your cheerleader today? And I love the way this chapter starts, Psalm chapter 37. And we're going to read verses 1 through 9. But verse 1 starts off by saying this: Fret not. Man, that's a great start. So here's what I want you to do. We're going to have a little exercise today. I want you to, one of the largest tools of the enemy, I think, is fear. And we start thinking about everything. And we get, our pulse rate goes up. And we start getting a little nervous and anxiety. And we think about the current events and the dangers, the things that are in our country, in our neighborhoods, in our communities that we're facing. That we turn on the news and we see all these bad things happening with the weather and violence and drugs and war and unrest and political unrest and storms of all kinds and violence and the looming financial disasters and racial struggles and abortion and just domestic violence, and it seems like sometimes that the bad guys are winning, and sometimes we just get this anxiety as we just get up and look out there and send our kids off to school, and we just worry. We worry. I've had conversations with parents about, man, I'm just scared to let my kids out in the mornings. You know what? And all that is very real. And a little exercise today. I want you to stop for a minute. I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to kind of come in off the ledge. Just breathe. Just stop. And notice the sun shining. And notice that the sun is going to come up tomorrow, regardless of the events that are going on around us. And I want you to rest, and I want you to trust, and I want you to take all of these burdens that are on your mind and your heart that are bothering you, and I want you to take them off and give them to the Lord. Psalm chapter 37, verse 1, fret not, don't worry, don't fear. But Pastor, you don't understand. I have this bill, this financial challenge. I have this physical mountain that is in front of me, this giant that I'm afraid of. I know that's very real. But the psalmist said in chapter 37, fret not, don't fear, don't worry. Let me read this for you real quick, and just this is kind of the prescription for when you look at the TV and you look outside and you read the paper and you see all these bad things happening and you feel like the bad guys are winning sometimes. Well, they're not. So here's what I want to say to you. As my phone is ringing. Thank you. Here's what I want to say to you. Let me read you this real quick. Verse 2, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass. Don't worry, don't fret. Verse 3, here's the prescription for anxiety. Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily shalt thou be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. So we said, don't worry, trust, delight in the Lord. In verse 5, commit. These are great words. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust in him, and he will bring it to pass. He shall bring forth thy righteousness in the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Verse 7, rest in the Lord. That's the best prescription I can give you today for this illness of anxiety and stress. We are a society that is captured and held bondage by stress. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not because of him who prospers in his ways, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. The bad guys aren't going to win. Rest in the Lord. Wait on him. Look, verse 8. Cease from anger. Stop being so angry. Man, I get it. I get mad. Listen, quick story. I'm sitting here last night in my office. I'm studying. I'm working. And all of a sudden I hear this big racket, and I look outside in the hallway, and the roof falls through because this old air conditioning unit there's all this water and it's come through, and I'm just like, what's going on? You know, we must be doing something right. And so I want to encourage you to rest and wait, and don't worry, don't be angry, forsake wrath. Fret not in any wise to do evil. Verse 9, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait on the Lord, we will inherit the earth. Good news. God, our Father, is keeping score. And he's still in charge. It feels like, it looks like the bad guys are winning, but they're not. Our God has everything under control. Don't be angry. Don't worry. Take a step back off the ledge. Breathe. He's in control. Be encouraged today. It's all going to be fine. God's not even nervous. He's got you. I hope you'll come visit us this Sunday. I hope you'll pray for us. God's doing amazing things in our church. It is going to be an amazing fall. Thank you for joining us today. God bless you. We love you here at CCMP.